One of the most famous hams in the world is from Spain, and it's called Iberico ham. What makes it so special is that in Spain they have lots of orchards of acorn trees. The type of pig in Spain is a black pig that looks a lot like the black pigs we have here.
And they have this system where for part of the year, the pigs aren't allowed in, and the acorns grow these really fat nuts. And then they drop them and they release the pigs into those areas, and the pigs get fattened up on the acorns, and then they go to slaughter and they have that flavor and that nuttiness and that fattiness in them. Here we have all of these orchards of macadamia nuts. This is a mac nut tree right here. Everywhere is a mac nut tree. Our pigs here are feral, they're wild, but they spend their nights crunching on mac nuts, so they're just full of fat inside. And when you eat these pigs, you find that they really are extra sort of creamy. So our idea is, can we make ham here using the solar panels and the fridge, and we make a product that's every bit as good?
Oh yeah, he's like 80 pounds anyway. I suppose we could even do a little barbecue tonight, you know?
Then there's going to be the stomach.
If you like this video, check out our whole channel, Eat and Be Eaten. We've got more hunting videos, fishing, Hawaii recipes, sustainable techniques out in the orchard. So hit the subscribe, the notification, the like, all that stuff. We'll really appreciate it, and let's get back to it. So for our pig, first and foremost, we wanted to get the hind legs to do a salt cure on, turn them into hams or prosciutto. Beyond that, we wanted to take the ribs and use those for the barbecue, and then take the shoulder and the rest of it and grind them up to make fresh sausages. Now, we were also hoping to get enough belly fat to make a roll of pancetta or bacon, but there just wasn't enough on there, so we're going to instead use that fat to add to the sausages so that we get the right ratio of fat in there. If you're gonna butcher an animal, it's super important to get the right tools. You gotta have a proper butchery knife with a curved blade that's razor sharp. Also get a proper bone saw, otherwise you're gonna end up with just a hacked up mess that you won't be proud of.
So there's our rack of ribs.
It's a full rack, one side of the ribs, so that's great. Put these on the barbecue tonight.
And also make sure that everything is super sanitary as much as possible. Wipe down your tables and your tools with vinegar. Wash your hands over and over again. You got to be super cautious. You don't want to get 9-12 months into a cure and then find out your meat is spoiled so you can't even use it.
Could be.
So for our legs, we're going to use Anthony's pink curing salt number 2. The reason for using the pink curing salt is to prevent botulism. So it's really important for food safety. They say that 1 level teaspoon will cure about 5 pounds of meat. So what you got to do is mix that with a bunch of coarse kosher salt that's not iodized. At key places along the leg, you insert that and inject the liquid brine. And you try to get it especially close to the bone, and that helps prevent spoilage from the inside out. Make sure you really rub it in around all the joints and exposed areas, really just kind of pile it up, mound it up on those open joints. And then take food grade bags and bag up your legs and let them sit in that salt for about 4 weeks, and then you're going to take them out, you're going to dry them, and you're going to hang them.
Make sure your fridge is between 37 and 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and for the hanging process, you're going to want the humidity between 55 and 65.
If you're going to go about curing your own meat, make sure you do your research. Read whole books about it from the experts. I got The Joy of Smoking and Salt Curing. This is a real good book. There's great web resources.
First thing to know about making sausages, you've got to get your meat really cold. So put it in the freezer for 1 to 2 hours before you start to grind it. Also cut it up into chunks that'll fit in your meat grinder. You want your sausage mix to be about 30% fat. You can weigh out your spice mix to get the ratios just right. I eyeballed mine and then adjusted it based on smell. You can buy a ton of casings and freeze whatever you don't use for future sausages. You'll have to soak them in warm water first. That'll open them up enough to get around the nipple of the sausage machine. Then grind away. And enjoy a freezer full of fresh sausages.